Hello and welcome back to Sherwood Park Toyota. Today we're looking at a Toyota Tundra Capstone Hybrid in the color black. Let's take a look. Starting up front, underneath the hood, you'll find the gas components of the hybrid energy system. It is a 3.4-liter V6 iForce Max engine. It is automatic transmission, gets up to 437 horsepower, 583 pound-foot of torque, towing capacity up to 10,340 pounds, payload up to 1,488. Up front, you've got LED headlights, customary daytime running lights, fog lights down below. You have that Tundra logo up front. Across the front bumper, you'll find these little round nodules. These guys are your front parking sensors. And then underneath of your front logo is your front-facing camera. Onto the side here, you've got 22-inch alloy wheels. Then you have your Capstone badge on both your front doors, and on both sides of the hood you'll also find the iForce Max badge. Side mirrors include integrated turn signals, blind spot monitoring, and underneath you have additional cameras to contribute to that surround view camera effect. If you look at either one of your front handles, you'll find this little dimple. We'll talk about it a little bit more on the driver's side. Heading back, all of your rear windows come with factory tinting. In the bed, we have the bed lamps currently turned on. These can be turned off or work automatically with opening and closing of doors. And if you look between those two lights there, you'll see a couple of little cameras popping out. We will talk about the function for those guys when we get up front. When we're up front, we'll also talk about the function of that power retractable rear windshield. Across the back of the bed, we have a hard tonneau cover that has been installed on this unit. Then on the back of this, just like up front, there are backup parking sensors that go the whole way across. 4x4 badge in the left-hand corner. Down below is your hitch receiver. Spare is mounted underneath. Right-hand side, you have your iForce Max Hybrid badge. Then you have your Tundra logo stamped into the back of the tailgate. On the handle is where you'll find your backup camera. To open up your bed space, you've got a couple options. One is to reach into the handle space, press the button in there. Or you can go over to your driver's side taillights and find a little button on the side there as well. And it should automatically pop itself down. With this unit, we also have the automatic bed step. You also have automatic running boards, and we'll take a look at those when we get up front. Across the back, once again, you got your Tundra logo. You can take a look along the inside of the bed. As we said, you have the interior lights. You also have your tie-down hooks and, of course, bed rails. On the right-hand side is where you will find a power outlet. To close it up back here, you can either reach over to that same button on the taillight, or if you want to, you can reach down to your tailgate, lift it up a little, and then the vehicle will kick in and fold itself the rest of the way upwards. Next, let's go take a look at the inside. So inside here, your interior upholstery is the dual tone of the white and black Softex leatherette. You also have black and white stitching all throughout your seats. In between the two sides back here, there is a folding down armrest / cup holder. You can easily fold this guy upwards if you want to increase seating capacity. Then looking up top next to your middle headrest or your passenger headrest, you'll find this fabric strap. Reach up and release this guy in order to access storage spaces in behind your seat, including having your toolkit back here for your spare. You also have one of your JBL speakers. You have this premium JBL speaker sound system all throughout the vehicle. Then, if you want to, you can also adjust your seating down below by lifting the seats upwards, but unlike gas models, there is not lower seating storage space. Instead, this is where you have access to your hybrid battery system. So underneath of this little panel is where you're able to access the battery itself. If you happen to need access to it, there's a couple of little spaces here. You can use a screwdriver or something else to just pop these guys upwards, and the rest of this panel lifts out, and then you have your battery easily accessible to you in there. If you want to bring the seat back downwards, you can just pull on the little fabric strap below. You'll feel it pop, and then it will lower itself the rest of the way down. Now, looking up overhead, there is a panoramic moonroof inside for everybody to enjoy. On the back of your front passenger and front driver seats, you've got pouch storage. Back of the console, you have your cup holder spaces, and then under that, you have 3 levels for both heated and cooled seats. Red for heat, blue for cool, and you have it for both sides. Charger ports are then down below, and currently we have the Tundra all-season rubber mats installed in this unit. All the units do come with both rubber and carpeted sets. Inside your door, you have all of your storage space and your power window control. You'll also notice that there is this ambient lighting here, this soft white lighting, Of course, this stands out a lot better at nighttime, but it looks beautiful any time of day, and you'll see that all throughout the vehicle. And up top here, we have a built-in sunshade. So this guy pops up, goes all the way up to the top, clicks into place, helps to keep the sun out of everybody's eyes without taking away from your view. Just as easily, you can unhook this guy, roll it all the way back down, and it goes completely flush into your door frame. Now, back again to this little dimple. This guy indicates keyless entry, so if you have the key fob on your person, you can simply tap your hand on the symbol or inside the handle to lock and unlock your unit. Then, you may have noticed just now that we have these running boards that pop down when you open and close the doors. We have the controls for those on the inside. We'll take a look at that in just 2 seconds here. In the door itself, you have your power windows for both front and back, window lock, power lock system, side mirror controls. On the left here, this allows the side mirrors to fold in flat with the body of the unit. You can keep it set to A for automatic, so they'll fold and unfold when you lock and unlock with a key fob, or you can manually control these at any point in time. Underneath this is where you have your memory seat settings, which of course means that you have electronic seat adjustment, back, front, up, down, and lumbar support. Now we can take a look at some of these controls in here. So starting off with the running board controls, you can either have it set to automatic, so they'll fold and unfold when you open and close doors like you just saw, or you can have them permanently set to out, so they permanently stay folded down, or off, so they permanently fold up underneath the vehicle. Then you have your heated steering wheel control, AC 120 volts, rear parking sensors, odometer trip, dash brightness, you have your gas release, automatic headlamps, and controls for the rear bed lamp lighting. Then you have your power tilt and telescopic steering wheel. Hop up here and we'll take a closer look at some of the other steering wheel controls. So first off, it is a black leather steering wheel with white stitching, just like your seats. Left-hand side is controls for the dash display. Then you have your hands-free communication and volume control. Right-hand side, radio controls on the bottom, adaptive cruise control up top, which includes both sonar and lane departure. If you look on top of your dash, you'll find this little cutout. Look straight forward, and right along where these tires are, you can see some metrics being displayed. This is your heads-up display. Really cool thing to have in your vehicle, and once you drive one that doesn't have it, it's real hard to give it up again. It allows you to keep your eyes on the road while not having to look up and down to keep your eyes on some pertinent information. You can have a few different things displayed up here. Currently we have stuff like your compass as well as your speedometer. To the right on top, of course, we have that classic Tundra storage space, 12-volt adapter on the left-hand corner. Then underneath is your infotainment display screen. This is where you go to access much of the information about your daily driving experience. Right now you're looking at your optional navigation, which you can choose to connect through Toyota Connected Services. Then audio listening. This is AM, FM, and satellite radio. Full Bluetooth connectivity includes Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and there's optional USB adapters throughout, such as this one on the bottom right-hand corner. Then phone connectivity for your personal device. You would also use this for hands-free communication. Then you've got two things in here. One is your typical trip info, but the other one is your seat controls. So we have massage seats in here. So this is for both the driver and front passenger. You open that up, click which one you want to control, and then you have all of these different controls that you can click through. You can include how intense you want it to be, and it will show you on the little diagram what area is being affected. So this guy is a great little luxury to have inside the vehicle. Then underneath this is all of your settings. So this is things like personal profile, Bluetooth info, notifications, Wi-Fi display, voice searching, dealer info, apps, etc. Under this, you have your volume control right here. Then you have your climate control center. Dual climate control up front means you can either have temperatures synced up or working independently, depending on which setting you have. In the middle is your defrost for front windshield, rear windshield, and your side mirrors. And then as you can see on each side, we have 3 levels for both heated and cooled seats, just like in the back. Once again, red for heat and blue for cool. Left of this is your push start ignition. Then you have your trailer brake controls here and here. Back to the center, you have your surround view cameras. So if you give this a press, it will give you a full surround view look of your vehicle. You can also change your perspective at any point in time to get higher or lower from the vehicle itself. You can even pause it if you want to continue looking in a certain direction. There are further adjustments for this in the bottom right hand corner. If you want to get rid of the screen, you can either press the same button we did to bring it up, or the X in the top left. Next to that, you've got your traction control and your 4-ways. Then you have your parking brake and parking hold, gear shift, 2-wheel 4-high and 4-low controls, driving and towing mode, and then all of your middle console space. So starting up here, We have a wireless charging pad. It's got little bumpers both along the sides and the bottoms of it, which ensures that your phone is not going to go flying out of that space when it's in there. It also means you don't have to worry about having charging cords in your vehicle ever again, though if that is your preference, of course, we do have various charger ports, such as this guy right here for you. Then you have additional space all around that. We have this beautiful real walnut trim wood. You may have seen this in the doors or other places. This in the center here pops up and away to hide your cup holders. Then you have your general console, more of this wood grain trim, black leatherette, and white stitching. The little tray up front can be slid open to get quick, easy access inside. You can also open it up from either side. Just press the button in and swing it up. We have some lighting that'll stem down from the back here, making sure you can see what's going on in here even at nighttime. As you can see, there's lots of different storage arrangements available, and you've got some chargers there on the front end. On the right, you have more of that wood grain. You also have your Capstone logo. Down below is a lockable glove box. Up overhead on the rearview mirror, 1, 2, and 3 dots, those guys are your garage door openers. Of course, we have a normal reflective rearview mirror here, but if instead you flip the switch, it will turn to a camera view behind yourself instead. The reason this is such a nice little feature to have in the vehicle is that sometimes when you're driving, you have either people or cargo that are being a distraction or possibly blocking your view outside entirely. If that is an issue, you can just flip the switch, and then you don't have to worry about dealing with any distractions from inside the cab. You can simply keep a safe eye on the traffic behind yourself. This feature takes advantage of those 2 little cameras that we saw near the top of the video when we were looking at the bed lamp lighting in the back. Now, up top, we have your sunglasses compartment, SOS button, overhead lighting controls, including that mood lighting, aka the ambient lighting. Of course, up top here, you have the controls for that panoramic moonroof. And lastly, on the left-hand corner, is your adjustments for the power adjustable rear windshield. You can take a look at this guy in action. Press the button in to have it roll down, pull the button up to have it roll back up. You can also stop it at any point along the way to suit your preference. Great little feature for getting extra airflow inside of your front cab space. Thanks again, folks, for joining us on this full video tour for this Toyota Tundra Capstone Hybrid in the color black. It is located here at Sherwood Park Toyota at 31 Automall Road in Sherwood Park, Alberta. You can also reach us at 780-306-7703. And remember, life is full of choices. Let us be yours.